There's an incomprehensible stack of things on the table, which means it must be time for another bag of toy cars. And if you guessed that it was indeed the time for another bag of toy cars, whilst Pidge is in the background basically doing what he does, then you are 100% correct in that assessment, because it is time for another bag of toy cars, and there's quite a few in this one, so I'll attempt not to spend too long on this video, because personally I want to cook dinner and go to bed. So yes, hello and welcome back. Let's take a look at some toy cars. You know it's a good sound when I'm plonking it down like that. Starting straight out with this fire engine. Yes, look at this fire engine. This fire engine's amazing. Give it a lick. No, I've done that before. The bar's broken. It's a Scania though. Quite a lot of nice detail. Not used to seeing the wheels designed like that. Ladders are painted on. It's fairly normal. It's Corgi. Wow, a Corgi toys from recent time. That isn't a load of crap. It's all right. You know, it's fine. We've got Officer Moustache. Perhaps we need Fire Engine Useless. Yes. Well, that's always a possibility. How's about Airport Surface or International Airport or that collection of toys that I tend to keep buying whenever I see them, even though I don't need to. DKF1, made in China. Time for me to yawn. Hooray! Professional YouTubeism. If only this was professional. Yeah, this is one of your standard luggage pullers from those airport toy sets that I like so much that we covered before on the channel, which was, I think, the most popular video of the year. That one was when I did it. I just buy these when I see them, whether they're new or old. I just quite like buying them. I don't know what that flag's meant to be. That's Ireland, that's France, and that's France. Is this meant to be French Ireland? Did the French own Ireland? There's a lot of confusing things there, and I'm not sure what to think. But what I do think is that when you come in from an airport, you need a taxi, so you can get around London and get shouted at by people and stuck in traffic without trying. Yes, it's a London taxi with backwards opening doors, because who doesn't like doors that open backwards? I like doors that open, but no, I don't. There's a waste of bloody time. But hey, it's a London taxi. It's got a number plate. B174XJD, which I think is the same number plate on every single one of these, obviously. And this is a Matchbox 1986 taxi, which, honestly, I don't think... Oh, wait, what? In all honesty, I don't think is does that do anything? No, it doesn't. I don't think I've had one of these before, actually. I've had other taxis, but I think this is a new one. Now, I noticed that you may have seen me poking it. That's plastic and looks incredibly like a button, but no, it doesn't actually do anything. It's just connected to the floor. You can sort of see me pushing it up there. So, yes, that's quite a nice model, to be fair. Don't mind that. It's just crashed into the lorry, which is going to be a hefty insurance premium. But he's a taxi driver, so that's normal. How's about this? I want to guess Fast Fish. Made in Malaysia, 2011. I don't think it is a Fast Fish, to be fair, but I'm going to call it a Fast Fish. It's a car. It's got a lot of open plastic to chrome, and it's a bit hideous, but it's all right. It's number 5. I'm sure it rolls fine. It doesn't roll fine, so it's no good as a Hot Wheels toy. We're not wasting any time today. How's about this thing? A military-style Jeep with a hole in the top, but no machine gun, which means how's it going to shoot people it doesn't like? Ha 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 ha! Enemies of the state. I'm going to shout mean words at them. I don't like you! You smell of poo! Ha 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 ha! I'm dead. Yeah, it's a military-style Jeep without a machine gun. Space in the back to carry other soldiers, /weapons, /dead bodies, and gas cans, because they are gas cans. It's quite nice, to be fair. The paint isn't terrible. It's got some nice moulding to it. It feels rough and ready like you'd expect. But who is it? Matchbox? Yes, Matchbox. Matchbox 2012 Mattel. There we go. Yes. Okashoa. Oshkosh. That word, MATV, military or terrain vehicle. That's quite nice, to be fair. And it rolls. So, you're a winner on that one. Now, time for one that we've seen quite a few. We've seen these before. These are very standard. In fact, this is like the 6th one we've had. It's a Mercedes-Benz 4-wheel drive vehicle in a different job. This one is a rescue unit with a tow hook on the back, which means this isn't the exact one we've seen, but we have seen these before. I was thinking of a different one. Mercedes-Benz 280 Matchbox 1984. Yeah, that's not in terrible condition. There's some yellowing on the top, but these are all here with good nick, and the windows are fine. Not terrible, you know. I've seen much worse cars come out of much better situations. Much like this one, which is a much worse car, but in exactly the same situation. Marvel, the amazing Spider-Man. He drives a car that looks like this, and it's designed so that when it goes up the wall, then he can jump out and it crushes the enemies. And that's how he wins. God, I hate this so much. Majori, can't make any of that out. 2012, looking with the naked eye. Horrible. It looks like somebody's already attempted to destroy it and failed. You know, it looks like it's had a bit of a fender bender and had it repaired. Perhaps it's sitting on a second-hand lot right now, and they're just preparing to, scrap it because nobody will buy it, and it's really not worth the insurance write-off anymore. Yeah. Of course, who would respond to a first use incident? Obviously not Officer Fire Engine Useless Face, but this fire engine, because he doesn't have a ladder. Instead, he has an automatic mime ladder, which means this must be a French fire engine, and they show up and they mime climbing up a ladder and rescue everybody. And this actually sounds pretty stereotypically and possibly racist now, so I'm going to stop. But yeah, it's a fire engine. It's missing its ladder. It kind of gets stuck a bit. There we go. It's not sticking. Oh, wait, I lied. It sticks when it goes around there, which might be why the ladder's gone. It's a fire engine. I'm gonna yawn again. If I had to guess, I'd say this is Teamsters or Welly. It is. Oh, it's HT, which I believe is Teamsters. So yeah, it's that brand of toys. They're all right. They're pretty common at this point in time. You can get your hands on them without trying too hard around here. It's nicely made. You know, there's a lot of detail. It's got some interesting moulding. I never liked the axles or the wheels on these much, but you know. It's dead now, and that's the way we like it. And we're already down to 4 cars left in the bag. We're not wasting any time today, mainly because I want to cook dinner. Priorities. Well, didn't you know that Hans shot first? I don't think this is Hans, but it's got a blaster on it, so obviously Hans shot first. Yeah, for a while, during pretty much every Star Wars release that they've done since the 2010s, the company that runs it all have made Hot Wheels related toy cars in a Star Wars format, which I avoided more or less like the plague. I think we covered one on the YouTube channel before, so here's another one. It's got a blaster on the front, it's got a seat. It'll be a nice design without that, and on the bottom you can see it's got a Rebel. So yeah, and it doesn't say what it is. 2014. Which movie is that? Nobody cares. It's all right. I mean, I said if you took that off, oh, it's the Millennium Falcon cockpit as well. That's actually quite a clever little detail. If you took that off, it wouldn't be god awful, but you know that's just not for me. I prefer over the Spider-Man one, but just not my cup of tea. Let's go for this one next. It's a truck. It's got a chainsaw in the back for cutting up people you don't like, a baseball bat for hitting people you don't like, a pair of bindings for tying their legs up because you don't like them, and a pair of batteries bound together so you can give them electroshock torture because you don't like them. And it's the Worldwide Championship. Just the Worldwide Championship. It doesn't say what of, just it's a Worldwide Championship. It's a Worldwide Championship of Pidge attempting to pull a bloody ladder up the stairs. He looks at me every time I say Pidge. Dumb bird. Yeah, it's alright. It's a 4x4. It's a Volkswagen. Looking at the front. And what we got on the bottom, it's Matchbox. Wasn't expecting that. Matchbox F26? F26 2011. Volkswagen Savrio Cross 2011. What does it? Does it actually say what it is? Savrio Cross. Yay! Right, 2 cars left in the bag. This is one of them. We've seen these quite a lot. I was saving this for last and then realised there's no point because this is almost always the last toy car and I've got quite a few of them now. So yeah, Ford Escort. Maybe I'll send this to somebody. Maybe I won't. It's an XR3i Ford Escort with its tow hook. Paint scratch, but not god awful. I think I've actually got a really nice one sitting on the shelf somewhere. Yep, the really, really nice one is sitting on the shelf up there. So This one won't be going on the shelf, but there's nothing wrong with it. Made in Maku, 1985. It's all right. It's just a toy car, isn't it? I must admit, I quite like these ones. It's the kind of thing that you'd expect to be towing a caravan. There you go. There's a caravan that is towing. There you go. Even though this isn't from this YouTube video, he's going to keep that caravan now. I decided, and that brings us on to our last toy car of the day. This is good. This is dirty now. Is that mud or poo? Who knows? But let's bring this onto camera and let you decide. And let's focus it. Yes, it's a toboggan. Look, there's Steve, and this cancerous growth coming out of Steve. Yes. I mean, tobogganing, you know, it's interesting. The wheels are tiny, as you expect with a toboggan. I wonder what it would be like on a crisscross crash. Bet it wouldn't go anywhere. Hot Wheels, can't really make any detail on it. You can see the mud. Yeah, it's very round. In fact, it's not a flat base. I'm just going to pull this to my face to read it. 2014, Mattel, made in Malaysia, Hot Wheels, CFG 94. Just that's it. There's no other detail. So its name is CFG 94, and it's not very good, to be fair. I mean, it's solid. I tell you, you could put that up somebody's nostril and break the veins, giving them a horrible nosebleed if you wanted. You could definitely do that, or you could do that. Now the question is it a cruise missile? Yes, it is indeed a cruise missile. And now that we've fallen down there, we notice that everything is done. Hello, I'm the Meccano Man. It's time to put them on their respective lorries to take them away to wherever it is they're going. Now, obviously, the cruise missile has to be disposed of in a sanctimonious and correct way, so he's going to go on here to be disposed of in the yard of death. So off goes he to be disposed of and destroyed. Now, we're going to move on to the nice one. Oh, yes, this guy just automatically gets a pass because he's taking his caravan away on holiday. So he's like, I'm out of here, losers. Let's get the nice cars. Were there nice cars? You know, it's actually a bit of a push because there's nothing here that's exceptionally nice. There's some nice things, but nothing exceptional. I'm going to give him a pass because I did quite like that one. We'll give him a pass. And the third one, we'll give this guy a pass on the top here because they were all pretty good, to be fair. On the bottom, we're going to put this car, because the fast fish, as I call it, because he's not terrible. And, oh, it's a cock-up between these two. Let's be fair. This is a much, much nicer toy than the others. So there you go. These guys are going off to the scrapyard of less pain than the other scrapyard. There we go. Off they pop. And then we come to the scrapyard of horrific pain. I'd like to point out that the fire engine here is excused from this because he's basically joining Officer Moustache as they will escort them to ensure there's no horrific fires. So it's a case of who's on the bottom and who's on the top. Well, we're going to put him on the bottom because, well, no, bottom comes off first, so they burn faster. So we're going to put these two on the bottom because just, I mean, he's fine. I collect those. But on the top... That didn't work. This is where I look on eBay, and this is like a £700 car, and I've just ruined it. And we're going to put these two beautiful examples on the top. And, of course, these are going off to the scrapyard of immense pain and torture and death. And they're going to be escorted by Officer Moustache and Mr. Fire Engine. Go on, off you pop, straight off the camera. I've just noticed he's got a tow hook. Da, 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 da. This is from a different video, but it does not matter. It's from a different video, but it doesn't matter. Off we go to the scrapyard. Da, 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 da. Okay, I'm gonna remember that. But yes, if you like the video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Which was your favourite car? Do you care? Are you glad there's no image of Pidge pooing in this video? I hope I remember to upload this one second and not first. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next week where we'll probably be looking at a camcorder. Whee! Mr. Meccano Man wants to damage my things. I don't blame him.